Good day, everyone. I am Annabel Casinto from BEN 3. Okay, so now let's tackle about the chapter 2, designing the curriculum. Okay, so now we have the fundamentals of curriculum design. So, curriculum. What is curriculum? It is considered the heart of any learning institution, which means that schools or universities cannot exist without it. The total learning experience of individuals, not only in schools, but in society as well. Curriculum is the process to organize several lessons that the teacher has taught to her students in order to meet the objectives of the said topic and as well as the learning outcomes. Next is fundamental. Fundamental is one of the basic important parts of something. So the sign is used as a verb to designate a process or as a noun to denote a particular plan resulting from a design process. So next we have the curriculum design. It refers to the structure or the arrangement of the components or elements of our curriculum. It can be segmented into three forms. This includes subject-centered, learner-centered, and problem-centered design. So when we say subject-centered design, this focuses on a specific discipline. While learner-centered design, it focuses on students' own interest and goal. Problem-centered design focuses on a specific issues and how to source solution. So the importance of fundamentals of curriculum design. The ultimate goal for curriculum design is to deepen learning and support students in gaining important core competencies such as critical and thinking skills, skillful communication, and demonstrating care for self and others. Okay, so now let's move on to Peter Oliva's 10 actions for curriculum designers. The first is curriculum change is inevitable, necessary, and desirable. One of the characteristics of curriculum is its being dynamic. Societal development and knowledge revolution comes so fast that the need to address the changing conditions require new curriculum design. So the curriculum can't also stay as it is because of our way of knowledge is broadened and widened. The curriculum is dynamic in which it can change over time. Just like what we have right now. We have two additional years in education. Before we came up with K to 12 curriculum, we have an old curriculum in which we have 6 years in primary, 4 years in secondary, and 4 years in tertiary. In 20th century, teacher is the provider. But the 21st century, we now focused on students' interest and its own performance. Second is the curriculum reflects as a product of its time. A relevant curriculum should respond to changes brought about by the current social forces, philosophical positions, psychological principles, new knowledge, and educational reforms. This is called timelines. Before the pandemic, we usually have face to face classes. But today, the way of teaching is totally changed. And so, the curriculum should address the way it should be addressed. Next, we have the number 3. Curriculum changes made earlier can exist concurrently with newer curriculum changes. A revision in a curriculum starts and ends slowly. More often, curriculum is gradually phased in and phased out. Thus, the change that occurs can coexist and oftentimes overlaps for long periods of time. So, because the curriculum is not dynamic, it can change slowly to another curriculum. Example is the old curriculum. It is being phased out because we welcome another curriculum. Or in short, new curriculum is being phased in. The number 4 is The curriculum change depends on who will implement the change. Teacher who will implement the curriculum should be involved in its development, hence should know how to design a curriculum. This will assure an effective and long-lasting change. So the teacher should make sure to meet the objectives and the targeted interests of the students in making the curriculum. The fifth one is the curriculum development is a cooperative group activity. Group decision in some aspects of curriculum development are suggested. Consultations with stakeholders, when possible, will add to the sense of ownership. Any significant change in the curriculum should involve a broad range of stakeholders to gain their understanding, support, and input. In developing a curriculum, it should be agreed by everybody. You cannot just develop it without the consent of the stakeholders to avoid misunderstanding. The sixth one is the curriculum development is a decision-making process made from choices alternatives. A curriculum developer or designer must decide what content, what teacher, philosophy, or point of view to support, how to provide multicultural groups, what methods or strategies, and what type of evaluation to use. The designer must consider the students they will have. Not everyone has shared the same beliefs and culture nor the same understanding. And also, this is where the choices of the teacher on what to include or exclude, but making sure that everyone should be accompanied properly. They must find different alternatives for better understanding. Next is curriculum development is an ongoing process. Continuing monitoring, examination, evaluation, and improvement of curricula are to be considered in the design of the curriculum. Students are hungry of knowledge, therefore, it increases the probability that students will acquire the desired knowledge, skills, and dispositions, and that our school will be successful in providing the appropriate learning process. Number 8 is curriculum development is more effective when it is a comprehensive process rather than a piecemeal. A curriculum design should be based on a careful plan, intended outcomes clearly established, support resources, and needed time available, staff pedagogically equipped. So curriculum development should not be a hit or miss proportion, but should involve careful planning and be supported by adequate resources, needed needed time, and sufficient personnel. Ninth is curriculum development is more effective when it follows a systematic process. A curriculum design is composed of desired outcomes, subject matter content complemented with references, set of procedures, needed materials and resources, and evaluation procedure which can be placed in the matrix. The number 10 is curriculum development starts from where the curriculum is. Curriculum planners and designers should begin with existing curriculum. An existing curriculum design is a good starting point for any teacher who plans to enhance and enrich curriculum. So this is the end of my report, and the continuation of this will be reported by Lyra Kaba. Thank you, everyone.